Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to another episode of Spectacle Island. See, we've got the honours board updated there. We had that one episode where we were all on our own, but Red Turbo was with us last week. And again, a big thank you to him for his help, and also for all of the offers of help this week. Today, over here behind me, already and eager to go, is Greg. Greg Mewison. Hope I've pronounced that correctly, Greg, but we're just going to call you Greg for the day. Welcome along, mate. Great to have you here at Spectacle Island, and thank you very much for the offer of help. Now, we've got another busy day. I'm going to focus our attentions on getting some more crop in the ground. So, Greg is going to go out. We're going to put the cultivator on the back of the Deutz and get him started on some of those fields. And we're going to carry on. We've got all the straw bales in the barley field here that you can see behind us. Those two fields need to be picked up and taken. Some to the sell point, some to put in our new shed. You can just see somewhere over here through the trees. There it is. And we're also going to go and try and get a lot of those logs cleared. So we'll leave Greg really just to do his thing in the fields while we take care of those other pesky little jobs. And hopefully, towards the end of it, we'll be able to get him planting. Now we have, I'm just going to have to move the tractor out of the way, but I do believe we do have a 2,000 litres of seed here in the seed maker. So we want to keep this moving because I think we're going to need more than that. So we'll get that out of the way, we'll get some seed pallets out. See if we can spawn a pallet here now. Hopefully I'm not in the way. There we go. I thought it would have spawned two because we had enough for two, but obviously not. There's one. Let's see if we can get another one out now. No, no more. Alright, that's okay. We'll keep it moving. It's got more than enough of the inputs, and we'll get some more seed out of that soon. Alright, so Greg will get you hooked up to the cultivator. We'll head down to the canola field. It's all cleared out. I'm going to come down there. I think we'll do the logs second. I think we'll leave you going down there, and I'll get these straw bales out of the way. And then once we've got these fields cleared, you can come down and start some work on these. So let's get to it. There's Greg underway, so we're going to leave him running here in the field. We had to come down and take the combine back to the yard. We will come down, like I said, now that we've got a lot more space around these logs, we'll come down and get the rest of these hopefully cleared out today. We'll see how we go with these straw bales. It shouldn't take us too long to get them loaded up and out of there, so hopefully we might even be back down here before Greg's finished, and keep an eye on his work. But there we go, he is well and truly underway, and hopefully it won't take too long. Do have to maybe consider upgrading the cultivator at some stage. That is not the largest. It's not too bad though, and goes pretty quick with that Deutz. But anyhow, we'll jump into the combine here and make our way back down to the yard. Alright, with Greg underway down there, we are going to go and get the rest of the bales loaded up. And I did notice we needed a little bit of diesel, so we've just topped that up there, $54, not a huge amount. Got the truck out here in the field already, so we're just going to crack into getting these loaded, and I think we'll take one load down to sell. We'll see what sort of price we get for them. I know it's not going to be anywhere near what we got for those golden canola bales last time. But we'll see how it goes, and maybe put the other two, or whatever's left. I think there should be about 1.5, maybe 2 loads. Put those over in the shed for the animals. Making preparations, of course, to get some cows in the not too distant future. Now, our main goal at the moment, or our main aim, is to get our little wharf or jetty or whatever you want to call it constructed down here, boat dock. I think we're going to need a little bit more money than we've got at the moment. Landscaping costs to cut into the side of the hill and get some access down to there might be a little bit higher than we can afford. So hopefully by the time we've got to the end of this episode, we've got quite a bit of wool. Got a few eggs to sell as well. I still do need to check on those pigs and figure out when's going to be the best time to sell those. But I think there's probably a few avenues we can explore to earn a little bit more money. Of course, we have all the logs that we were looking at just before as well. So not to forget that. Now he's back again. Thank you everyone for the suggestions on the name. A couple of them came through Edgar Allan Poe, I guess in honour of his poem The Raven. But the one I liked the most, which I think came from Railgeth Heavy Metal Gaming, was Twitchy. So welcome back, Twitchy. Nice to see you. We've obviously got Dogsy over there in the kennel, and you're now our honorary bird on Spectacle Island. So here he is, Twitchy. We'll keep an eye out for him all around the map. Anyhow, I'm going to carry on here. We'll try and time-lapse some of this, see how my loading skills go today, and we'll see. Oops, it's not a very good start. Hard part about doing it with this wheel loader is you need to be straight on to pull back out, or it can get a little bit wobbly if you try and turn out. So a little bit of finesse required, but there we go, those ones are on. So we'll crack into a little bit of a time lapse and see how we get on. I'm just looking at the last two bales here to collect in the fields, and that will be them all gone, which is good. Went reasonably smoothly. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult with this articulated loader. Trying to get them lined up sometimes, and this trailer's just a touch small and a little bit unstable. We did lose one stack at one point. I'm not sure if you're going to see that in the time lapse or not, but not too bad overall. So we're going to run these ones. These are going to go down into the shed as well. We're going to have a decent stack of straw down there. So all that really means is any future straw will just be going straight to the sell point. I think we got about $2,000 or so for the one load we did do, so not really worth it in the grand scheme of things. Better off making sure all our cows and when we get them and any pigs and that are happy. So I'm just going to shoot down here. I know there's a couple of straw bales in the shed, which I'm just going to take over as well, and then we'll head go and grab the truck. Looks like Greg is finished in the first field too, which is good timing because we can get him into one of these other fields we've cleared out. It's going to be perfect. Well, there's actually 5 bales in here as I clip the cedar there. 5 bales, it's a few more than I thought. I don't think I'm going to be able to take them all. We'll give it a go. Oh, wonders never cease. I was able to pick them all up, and looks like we're going to get them all down there, I hope. The top one I don't think's quite grabbed. Not quite like the others are. They're very securely held on, but we don't have too far to go to get down here to the shed. It is going to ruin my stacking a little bit with my heights, but I suppose the back bale where we had 4 rather than the 3 is done much the same as well. But let's get this turned in here, and then it'll be time to go grab the truck and finish off doing this task. Wasn't it nice to see a man who uses some initiative? All finished in the other field, he's come over here, seen we are done, and made a start in here. I think Greg, appreciate that. Right, let's get these over to the shed. Alright, last bales to get unloaded, and we'll be all done. It's not a bad stack in here. Bad pile of bales. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, and then there's, what, 5? 35 in there. 10 full stacks of 3, plus the 2, and 3 on top, plus these 2 on the front. 35. Perfect, right. I'm just going to pop over here very quickly. Sheep probably, the pigs probably don't need much straw at all, but while we've got these bales here and we've got the forks, no, look how full their straw is. Put that down and hardly take any. No, alright. We'll just leave those there for next time and move on to our next task. So, next on the list, I'm going to head down and cut up those few logs we had earmarked for firewood. We had the 3 firewood boxes here. So seems to be a good thing to go do now. Just have a check and see how Greg's doing. He's doing a pretty darn good job there, getting over the other side of the field. Obviously didn't fall into the cliff, which is good. Touch wood, which we will be doing in a minute with the firewood. We haven't had any workers or myself go in there yet, so long may that record continue. But I did think we've got these 3 firewood boxes. Let's go and get them done. We've been spending a bit of time on the loader, so loading some logs might have got a little bit boring, but it's also twofold. I've taken the grain box off the back of the truck, and we're going to go down. I figured, let's see if we can buy a forestry module, go on the back of here, and save ourselves a few trips. If we can take the little forestry trailer plus some logs on the back of the truck, that's just going to make everything so much more efficient. So we'll take these once I fall down to the firewood sell point down in town, and we'll head to the shop and see if we can find something for this truck. There's actually quite a few here. I know we thinned them out and just brought the smaller logs over here, and the bigger, thicker ones are over at the other side to be taken to the sawmill, but there's still quite a bit here. So I'm just going to crack into getting these cut up so we can start chopping them and see how we go once we're finished. Well, there's all our logs cleared. But my weight distribution on the trailer is terrible. It's not how it's meant to be. Get a good look under the chassis though. Not too bad for an old truck that we got going. Now, what am I going to do here? I'm assuming we'll have to go and get the wheel loader, I suppose, and try and reposition these. Could possibly slide that one over, but that's not really going to help anything because it's all this weight that's sitting up here at the front. So, alright, let's try and get this fixed, and we'll be back very soon. Alright, we've managed to get to the middle box there, not the front one. And we'll try and squeeze it here onto the back without tipping the trailer up. See if we can get this positioned here. That might be okay. I don't want to lose the other one as well. It's now sitting there. Well, they're both very precarious actually. Get round onto the end here and see if we can give them a little bit of a nudge. Alright, well hopefully we're not going to have any more issues now. We are going to head over to the other logs. We might as well get these as full as we can. Get them down to the sell point. There's no point running empty ones down there because we don't get them back. So let's head over and get these filled up. There's quite a bit of wood chips there. We might have to try and come and pick up as well. Alright, we've been through and cut down all the pointy smaller ends of some of these logs, just about full, so I think we'll just grab some of these end pieces here, give them a chop and see how many of them we need. There shouldn't be too many to get this last little bit full up. Go with those couple, the chop with the axe. Look. Yep, probably another couple just like that. I think there's some more logs over here, we can do that too. I think that one in there's looking pretty good. Try the one next to it. Yeah. Oh, that might be a bit too big for the axe to cut. Let's have a look and see if we can get them. Oh, have to cut that one in half, probably. There we go. How are we looking? Looking pretty full to me. One way to test it, we'll just cut a little ring off the end of this. See if it'll go into into a firewood box or not. No firewood pellets nearby. There we go. Answers that question. Right, let's head on down to the town, get these sold, and we'll see if we can pick up something to help with our log loading. Let's see what we get from our firewood today. In here next to the sell point, all gone, $5,156 a pop, so just over 15 grand from all of that, which is fantastic. It's going to really help us with doing our little dock down at the farm, because I do know that there's quite a bit of cost involved with that. So we'll wait and see whether we're going to have enough before the end of this episode. I don't think we will. I think, and with the time it takes to do that work, we'll probably save it for next time. But I am looking forward to doing that. Now, let's just pop in here to the shop and see what we can find in the way of a logging bunk or something that can go on the back of the truck here. And interestingly enough, it looks like we've got one here that's almost a trailed one. What that will mean is we'll lose our hitch though. It doesn't look like it's got a hitch. I will double check. Doesn't look like it. It just seems to be able to change the wheels and license plates. But that's looking very interesting. It does say it's got auto load as well, which I'll try and avoid using. But that might mean we're able to carry some longer logs. $7,900. So change colour up a little bit to match the truck. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, let's do it. I think that's going to look the nicest. $8,400, so that's half of the money we just made off the firewood gone. But I think that is certainly going to be a big improvement. 8 meters, so I'm assuming that means we can take 8 meter logs with it, which will be good. We'll be able to put some longer logs on, which we should get more money for as well. So there we go, we'll purchase that. And just while we were down here, I was going to have a look and see if there was another option for trailers. We could get the refurbished trailer. It's 8 grand though. Does have that longer axle, or longer drawbar, sorry, versus this one, and that's the problem with this behind the truck. 4.5 grand for that one, but they're not much bigger. We could go to these ones here. I've got a nice long drawbar, but again, still 5 or 6 grand for them. And they have the turnstile, which I'm not a big fan of. Trying to back that is not the easiest, as you can see with our grain trailer we've got. So I think I'll give that some more thought. Any other smaller options through here? Doesn't look like it. Right. Oh, let's just head up the top and see if we can get our log bunk hooked up. Alright, and there it is. Get backed in underneath here if I can. Warning stripes weren't obvious enough for me. There we go. Let's get that hooked up. I'm intrigued to see how this works. Now I'm assuming I unfold it and that will put the back down. No, it doesn't seem to be. Let's just bring up the cues and see if there's something that tells me how to do it. Solved it. Because I didn't have the hoses attached for manual attach on the tray here, it wouldn't let me do it. So you can hear the noise there. The hoses attaching and detaching, which makes sense. Couldn't use the hydraulics or whatever we need to detach that or make it work without it. So there we go. Right. Not sure why we're getting the radio popping up there. I've obviously turned it on inadvertently. Let's get on back down to the farm. I'm eager to see how this all works out. And again, Greg has outdone himself and made a start on the final field. Very, very impressed with his enthusiasm. Right, let's get this parked up here, and I am now very keen to go down and try out this truck and trailer. Not sure how well it's going to go with the logs. We will wait and see. I'm not going to use the auto load function. As nice as it would be, we are going to try and load them manually and see how we get on. So let's get down there. We need to bring the loader back and swap over to the log forks. But at least it might be a bit easier now with the field cleared and being able to use that as a bit of a staging area rather than trying to do it in the grass like we were previously. So we've got the truck set up there. I'm going to have to figure out how to cut some logs here to about 8 meters length. Not sure how far that's going to be. I'm gonna have to try and eyeball it. I reckon we'll try this one about here. Hopefully we've got it close enough. Let's go for that one and see how well we've done with our guessing. Could be actually be a little bit long now that I look at it from this angle. Let's see. Let's see how I've gone. Probably a touch too long, I would suggest. Now the 8 meters is the auto load length, so we'll just have to wait and see whether that will balance in there or not. Seems to from a weight perspective, so that's not a bad thing. And length won't matter because we don't have too far to go. There we go. Right. Well, that's even better actually. I think if we can do some decent lengths like that. I'm going to carry on here. We'll see if we can get this loaded up and see how much we can make off one load out of this. I reckon we could pay for the cost of the trailer just from one load of logs. Well, I don't know what happened, but I had a proper good load going on there, but the logs just kept on creeping. Physics were terrible. They just have slid out after being stacked in there pretty nice and neatly. So we're just going to take this load down before it gets any worse now. A little bit disappointing. I hope it's not the trailer or the auto load function. Perhaps we'll just need to keep a little bit of an eye on it more in the future. Perhaps strap them as we're stacking them. But this is where, like, in terms of the trailer and how it's all set up, I think it works fantastically. Nice little sort of dolly there, following along behind, carrying the weight of the logs with that bunk there on the front. Like I said, we don't have too far to go, so it's not a big loss, but I still reckon I could have got a couple more logs on there if it was still nice and neat. But anyhow, let's get down in here and take a bit of a punt at what I reckon there might be 8 grand on here. In which case, it does pretty much pay for the trailer on its own, and that'll be fantastic. A couple more loads like that, and we'll be feeling very good about ourselves. Alright, moment of truth. Almost 11, wow, that is fantastic. Right, well, we're definitely going to go back and get another load now. Alright, well that load's looking much tidier than the last. Little one just hanging there off the edge, but oh, and that one on that side too. But they're not going to go anywhere, so let's get them down and sold as well, I reckon. Even more on the back of this one than there was last time. Alright, it was about 11 grand last time. 15. Wow. That's just, that's blown my mind actually. I knew there was a lot of timber sitting there, but I did not think we'd get this sort of money out of it. And there must be, I'd say there's another 2 loads up there. So if we can get another $30,000. We'll be very close to breaking that 100k mark once again. So very exciting times. Let's head back up and I think we'll wrap up doing the logging there for now. Obviously set ourselves a good little routine and method there, and we'll go see how Greg's getting on over in the other fields. Well, it looks like Greg's all finished in the field, which is fantastic. Super efficient, super efficient. In fact, is the tractor parked up? The man himself standing there waiting. So we'll pop over, a quick little word to him. I think we're probably going to wrap things up there. Well, Greg, didn't really get much time to see you today. And in fact, I didn't even get any chance to come over and record any footage of you. You're that organised you brought your own drone and you've got some footage for me. Well, you're a legend, mate. That will be a perfect outro to the video. Be able to show the viewers what you're up to with some of your cultivating. So appreciate that, mate. You've certainly gone above and beyond, and to get all through those fields all prepped and ready to start seeding next time, that's been fantastic. So really do appreciate your help as always. A safe trip home. Well, there we have it, folks. That's how you do it. That's how you come here and help us out on Spectacle Island and do a super efficient job. If I've got one complaint, he didn't wash his tractor. But that's only a minor one. Well, there we go. We've got the 3 fields all cultivated. They are all ready to get planted in again. I could put some fertilizer on them before we plant them. But I think we'll just do it with the planter and then apply that once the seeds have started growing. Those logs have blown me away, and I really am looking forward to getting into those and getting the rest of them cleared. We might do that next time. We'll see how the seeding goes. We've obviously got the soybeans to harvest, but now with $60,000 in the account, I think it's time to build a jetty, a marina, a dock, whatever you want to call it. And improve our efficiencies by being able to bring the boat to us rather than having to take our product to the boat. I think that's going to reduce on that double handling and really help earn us a whole lot more cash. So we'll leave you with Greg's cultivating. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that episode. As always, if you want to be my helper next time around, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know what skills you might have that we could use on the farm. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.